She's an undercover freak. That's what she really is.
She ain't even undercover like that.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm gonna brock out. That's exactly what went through her head.
To brock out.
What? What happened?
Who said that?
I don't want to hear about you're falling for me or you're falling in love with me. Maybe in love. No, not even then. Just tell me when you're there. Don't tell me when you're on your way. Tell me when you're there.
Oh no, I love that stuff. Don't give me joke.
Welcome to episode 2 of No Caller ID. And if you haven't listened to us before, No Caller ID is made up of myself. My name is Shanley. We have Dee and we have Ebbs as well here.
Wagwan.
Wagwan. No Caller ID is our weekly get-together where we just give you our unfiltered, our real, true opinions on everything that we've indulged in the week. So that's usually TV, music, and then also current events and like social media topics, etc. I'm really excited this week to talk about this TV stuff because Real Housewives is just on my heart. But before we go through that, as always, I want to talk about the dungeon. I want to get into it. Before we do that, as always, how are you ladies this week? Anything you want to share?
Oh my gosh, the sun is shining this week. It is fabulous. Yes,
I'm so happy about that.
But I'm still in lockdown, so I ain't that happy.
Oh girl, don't dampen my spirits. I'm so happy. I've took a couple walks this week, and this whole time we've been in lockdown, have I taken any walks? No. But because the sun was out, I was just so cheerful. I remember I was walking down the road, there was like birds, had my music playing. I was just in cloud 9, just zen, happy.
And the fact that spring is here as well. And
yeah, spring has sprung.
So I'm just living on, things are getting better. So I'm happy. I'm trying to stay positive.
Yes.
Despite the fact, yes, we're still in lockdown, but I've kind of low-key accepted it. This is the new norm for me as well. But, yeah.
I'm just trying to make the best out of a bad situation.
Look, melanin soon pop. That's all we gotta think about.
Facts.
I know. Trying to get my skincare routine on, where it needs to be. But anyway, we move on.
I'm trying to get my makeup together. What do you mean? I don't know how to put myself together anymore. Oh
When's
my
the last
goodness.
time anyone here has worn a full face of makeup?
It's been
March 2020.
It's been a minute.
Oh yeah, it's actually been so long. But yeah, starting with The Bachelor, we'll just get right into what are we watching. So The Bachelor, this week's episode was hometown episode, but because of quarantine and the RHOA, they actually didn't get to go to their hometowns, but their families came over. So we had Matt, who, if you haven't watched The Bachelor before, the whole premise of the show, it's an American dating program where there's one bachelor, one bachelorette, and they have a bunch of people. In this case, would be a bunch of women, and they're all in a house and they're fighting for his love. So week by week, he whittles them down until he finds his one perfect true love, which I guess he would then marry, propose to, or whatever.
Propose.
So yeah, we have, how many ladies have we got left now?
So I believe we have 4. We have 4 ladies.
Yeah, so we have Michelle, Rachel, Bree, and Serena with a P.
That's right. Don't forget the P.
Technically, she's just Serena now since the other one's left, but we'll still give her the P. So yeah, first up with the family visits and the dates and stuff, we had Serena P.
We had Michelle. So Michelle was the first. She was the first hometown. Due to Corona, there is no hometown. They're still where they be at. But the parents came up. So they chilled around the estate. I think it was an estate, or what was it actually? Was it a chateau? They called it a chateau.
Yeah, they called it a chateau.
Well, they were around their chateau. What did you guys think about Michelle's date? with him. So do you remember it was the kindergarten children? They all said hi.
I was sitting here racking my brain trying to figure out what it was. Yeah, it was
wow.
Cute.
That was forgettable, apparently.
I mean,
would you let your child be a part of that? If you
yeah.
Of course, you can.
They was asking some questions. Like, do you love her? Is she gonna be your girlfriend? Are you gonna propose to her?
Let's get to it.
Yeah, get right to it.
Those questions.
And she wrote them down beforehand.
Oh no, 100%. She said, "You in detention if you don't ask." What was his name? It wasn't Matt. It was Mr. What's his name?
Oh, Mr. James.
Yes,
Mr. James.
You know, ask Mr. James.
But I think it was very wholesome. Very wholesome and cute. It was a good start to Hometown. That's what
it was cute. It was very Michelle.
And it showed him a bit of her, like her personality, what she's about. Yeah. So I thought it was a good option for her to do.
And then we're into the family meeting. Yeah. What's your thoughts, guys? Do you think that she really is a true contender for Matt? Because in the beginning, we really did think that she was like, oh yeah, up there. How are we feeling now?
Yeah. Honestly, I already have in my mind, I know how it's going to end. So I'm trying to...
yeah.
I'm trying to stay
open-minded.
I feel like
I know where his mind is.
Yeah, if I'm watching him with anyone else, I'm just rolling my eyes. Like, I just know it's not going to happen with you. But
it's not Michelle.
Genuinely...
It's not Michelle.
I knew she'd be top 3.
I wanted it to be so bad because I was like, oh, their first date and just the initial, it was just so organic and it was just so they just got on and he was laughing and I was like, oh, I'm not cringing. Like, this is actually good. And then ever since then, I just feel like she's being a bit more like, oh, I'm into you, I'm this, I'm that, I'm falling or whatever. And he likes it, but he's not trying to give too much away when it comes to her. So I don't see it for Michelle and him.
No.
You know
anymore.
what? Before we move on from Michelle, I just think to myself that I always felt like Michelle was too nice for him. Like, she is so smiley, sunbeaming, just nice. Yeah. And I get Matt is a little bit mischievous. He has a little bit of not mischievous like mean, but mischievous like I like to do pranks and that sort of thing. And I don't know if Michelle is the prankster type of girl.
I don't even see that from him.
Oh no, he definitely gives me those vibes. Like, he likes to prank people. I can see what you mean.
Like with the massage with his friend.
There we go.
Yep. There was something else as well.
Right.
But...
He tried to kick one of them off the bike and he fell off. Yeah. Wasn't that the bike ride with Michelle? Was it with Michelle?
I do not know.
No.
Somebody fell off.
There was a few falling offs.
Yeah, wasn't it Brie? That fell off once.
Oh,
but I know,
but
I think there was another one. Yeah,
it's a couple of times he keep messing with people, putting them in danger.
Oh wow, Matt's out here kicking people off bikes on a regular.
He tried to, but he fell.
Just exposing.
Oh gosh.
Right, Rachel, y'all. Oh my gosh, no.
Rachel annoyed the heck out of me. I'm sorry.
No, can we please talk about the? Okay, so
the whole
Rachel
thing was
decided that it's a good idea for them to do their little thrill-seeking things.
Which was a good idea. It was the idea, I think, was A1.
Yeah, but did you not catch what she said beforehand? She was like, if I gotta die at this, I gotta die with you.
Really?
Sorry. She said that. She's like, at least I'm dying with you. I was like, girl.
And then she dropped on her face out of that plane, boy. That's not even funny. Up. But boy, that was a clap. That was a clap.
It was actually bad. Like, it was bad. The way she fell face first.
Yeah,
and the way he jumped.
You know, the instructor's body weight slammed her. You know.
Yes,
she was.
I'm sure he used it.
Oh, and then she got off, and then.
No, but you know what made me laugh though? I'm not gonna lie. This bit made me laugh. So when the camera showed the whole footage, her hair was all types of.
Yes. Yes, please.
Why did they do that? For anyone that actually doesn't know what we're talking about, so Rachel, her day idea was for her and Matt to go skydiving. Unfortunately, Rachel had a crash landing like a proper crash landing face first into the grass, and it just wasn't cute. Wasn't nice at all. Like she was like in actual pain. She was in actual pain.
She stayed down for a bit, but I'm sorry, the hair was static, and the next frame she was all types of made up and cute like again.
Commercial.
They cut all that bit out.
But
they did, because it was like sunrise at that time, and I thought, you guys ain't slick.
Oh wow.
Anyway,
but it was her family thing that annoyed the heck out of me.
Ooh, why?
Only because, right, so Rachel, who was there? Was it her parents and someone else?
Her sister.
Right.
That's it.
Oh, okay, right. So anyway, they're there, and it's the way that she, in her mind, like, I think this is a thing, right? I think she knows that Matt is looking at her like it's just tunnel vision. There ain't nobody else.
Yeah.
So she was expecting Matt to ask her father for permission to marry her. And when that didn't happen, I think she was just like, ugh. But I mean, you've watched it before, Dee. Has anyone ever done that when there's still multiple people left? Like, oh yeah, I want to marry her.
Yes. It's actually a part of the show. When you go to hometowns, this is your one chance before you propose to someone. You don't get another chance to make it perfectly clear your intentions. And he didn't do that with anyone. We've seen in past seasons where they completely make their intentions out there. They're like, I love your daughter and this is the one I want to marry. We've had other occasions where they keep their cards completely closed. Like, I ain't saying nothing. So I think it's all up to the Bachelor's choice how they play that.
I think he was taking a more cautious approach to it and just keeping, as you said, keeping his cards very, very close to his chest. But yeah, Rachel knows. Come on.
Yeah, Rachel knows that it's her.
I mean, she's the only one that has gotten the verbal reassurance from him.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that she probably knows that as well. She even told her parents, like, I know it's me. So why are we still doing this?
She's like, guys, don't worry. This is not in vain.
In the bag.
I know it's me. Innit? I got the bag.
I love how we said, I'll just give your dad a quick call. Like,
guys, my heart hurts for this one, but Brie. I love Brie so darn much. But okay, that hometown was the most awkward thing I've ever seen, and I love her mom. Brie's mom is a real one, okay? But no. When she said,
I didn't
I'm
remember
falling in love.
I didn't remember any of this, and I'd literally just watched it before we started. I went on YouTube, and luckily someone had put Brie's hometown thing on there, so I had to rewatch it. And I mean, question for you guys: you tell a man, "I'm falling in love with you," and he says, "Thank you for sharing that." How do you feel?
Obviously, that would never be okay, especially this late in the game. But I'm thinking in the context of I've seen previous seasons and this is how it goes. Because if you give it away too early, what is there a show left? No. So I understood that if he said that for everyone, but he didn't, and that's why I find it shady.
But was it okay? I might be getting them mixed up. Was it Brie's mom that he said, "I haven't told her yet, but I am falling in love with her"? Was it?
He said that he's falling. He said, "I'm falling for her." That's the words that he used, and then he was like looking at him all iffy, and he was like, "Yeah, I know that's not the reassurance that you want to hear, but that's all I can give right now." So then that's the thing as well. I don't know what these people mean. So you're in love with someone. That's one stage of being. Then you've got this, "I'm falling in love with you," and then you've got this, "I'm falling for you." Are these two the same? Saying you're falling for someone and saying you're falling in love with them, is that the same thing?
Yeah, in my books. I get the
to me it would be, but I feel
from
like
falling in. That's different. I get that.
I feel like for them it's not though. I feel like when they say I'm falling for or I'm falling in love, I feel like the falling in love holds more weight.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think that they always say, they start with saying, "I can see myself falling
for you," but what's
and then
that?
It's like, "I'm falling," which just means that, you know,
what does that mean though? Like, none of this translates to me. If either you're in love with me or you're not. I don't want to hear that you're
black
falling.
And white.
He's on the way.
Listen, I'm not about the grey areas, me. I don't want to hear about you're falling for me or you're falling in love with me. Maybe in love. No, not even then. Just tell me when you're there. Don't tell me when you're on your way. Tell me when you're there.
Back. Yeah.
Because if you say that, what do I say to that? I'm falling in love with you too.
Say it. Yeah, exactly. I'm grey area with you too.
Yeah. So yeah, that was just very interesting to me, and the fact that she took that, and I don't know if she took that as like a good thing or a bad thing. She hugged him afterwards and was like, she feels good.
Please. Brie knows, because that face said it all. Oh my days, his face.
Yeah, he was just so awkward the whole time she was talking. He looked like, please let this end now.
100%. Yeah, get me out of here.
Get me out of here.
And then we had Serena P. So Serena P, she's Canadian. She gave him a Canadian date. I loved it.
I loved hers. I actually thought it was really good.
I loved it. I thought it was really cute. But see, that's another part of the mischievousness of Matt that I'm talking about. When she was stuffing things into his mouth, did you not see his reaction? There you go. All that crap.
No, I loved it. I thought as a date idea, in terms of like showing who you are, where you come from, your personality, it was a really good one. And they seemed to get along very well. But obviously that was not the case. We saw a few minutes after when, you know, it was the actual family time.
Not minutes.
Who was there? Was it her sister or was it her friend?
Her sister.
Yeah, her sister basically was like, girl, I don't see it. You're not giddy. I don't see it for you. Like what's going on? You're not smitten. You're not smitten. That's what she said, didn't it?
And Serena was like, thank you.
Yeah. Serena was waiting for this. She was waiting for this confirmation. I swear.
Listen.
She wanted someone else to say it.
Yeah. I think in her mind, she probably thought, oh, I'm too far gone. But when she got that confirmation, like, yeah, it's not too late.
It was tears of joy. That's what was happening there.
Golden ticket moment.
She was like, you're not my person. I was like, I respect it so much.
Can we just hang on a little bit on that before we move on? The rejection and Matt's reaction to reject. I swear, I have never seen the funniest thing I've ever seen. How can he be acting like this over rejection? How? Because I don't think he had it for her like that.
He didn't.
I really don't.
He did.
Do you?
Maybe because of what you said about her being. I think of the girls, she's probably the most mischievous and the most fun.
That's
in
true.
terms of that kind of playful side. So that's probably. You know, like last week we was talking about tantric yoga and we was talking about, you know, how is this guy so like feeling so strongly for her, and we can clearly see she's not quite there. So I think it's just because her personality most aligns with what he's looking for from that kind of side of things. But Matt hasn't faced rejection really, so I think it was he wasn't expecting he wasn't expecting it at all. And to be fair, Serena
only
told
one
him
other person is left, isn't it? Like off their own choosing.
Yeah, I think it was Kit, wasn't it?
It was Kit, yeah. No, Kit
not
and
Kit.
Another one.
Yeah, the one before Kit. Yeah, the girl that interrupted the date. I can't remember her name. So I'm sorry.
She was jealous. She said
she couldn't hack it. And she's the one that I think her dad was ill as well.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, so those three people have. But yeah, at first I thought maybe he's that into her because it's a bit more of a challenge, whereas everyone else is like on a plate. But then I'm like, I don't think he likes a challenge. So I think he likes it to just be on a plate, if I'm honest. So yeah, I don't know.
We don't know.
Do you think it was fair of Serena to say it when she did? Do you think she should have said it earlier? Or do you really think it was her parents and her sister who opened her eyes?
I think you kind of know what's going on inside, don't you? You kind of have an inkling. But that being said, it's not for anyone to kind of like have a feeling inside of them and be like, oh, because I feel like this, I'm out. It's okay to explore that. And I think it was okay for her to explore that and have it confirmed. So no, I don't think she had foul play. I think some of the women in the past had some foul play. But no.
Yeah. I think some of the ones that have gone didn't feel him the way they pretended that they did. But I think like her, she had to explore it and shoulda, coulda, woulda. At least she said it now.
Yeah,
she was honest enough to do it now. So are we all in agreement that Matt's eyes are only on Rachel? Or do you think Michelle and... Okay. So Michelle and Brie have no chance then, is what we're saying.
Oh, this is going to be so funny if we get it wrong.
And if we're wrong,
there's no
I believe it.
Can we put out of 100 for each? You ready? Okay, so Rachel, out of 100, is she getting that proposal? Go for it.
99%.
Yeah, 99.9.5.
All right. What about Serena? Oh, sorry, she's out. Brie.
55%.
Whoa, you said 5?
Rising from the ashes. There's no way it's happening.
I'm so hopeful.
Bree's got one foot out the door. It's not happening.
I'm going to give her 30%.
Okay, question. Okay. If he was to propose to all of them, like obviously not all at the same time, but if he was to propose to all of them, do you think everyone would say yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like Brie wouldn't, you know.
But then when Brie quit a job, I feel like
she did do it.
I feel like she would, yeah.
She did. She's like both feet in now, isn't she? Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. We'll see.
And then Michelle was the last one. You have to say it quickly.
What?
Out of 100.
Oh, yeah, about 12.
12?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Brie higher than...
Yeah, really? I think he'd rather ask Brie than Michelle.
No.
Really?
No.
Okay. I would say the opposite, but we'll have to wait and see.
Michelle is 80 for me.
Yeah, I would agree. Somewhere up there. 75 maybe.
We shall see. I'm going to be wrong, aren't I? But yeah, next week's episode is going to be like them all getting together or something, isn't it? So
they meet his... Well, yeah, sorry. It's the women all tell all. Then after that, it should be them.
And he's got a beard.
Let's not talk about that till next week, okay? Because I swear, I was like, who's that?
Who is this man? Like, who is this man? Keke Palmer. I do not know this man. Yeah, so that's interesting.
Right. Y'all ready? Real Housewives of Atlanta.
The dungeon is in full effect.
What an episode. The highest rated episode
this
of
was
the
the
season.
best thing.
I wonder why.
This is so needed. This was so needed, this episode, because those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 episodes beforehand, we're just not doing it. But yeah. So, recap. So again, as with all the other weeks, we are still down in South Carolina. Girls Trip has now transitioned into Cynthia's bachelorette party. This has been organised by none other than Candy. Perfect person to do this. So Candy has organised for like a little secret thing. So she's got all the girls' outfits from her dungeon line attire.
Dungeon line?
I don't know what you call it. And she's organised for a stripper by the name of Bolo to be the entertainment for the night. Bolo's also in her like dungeon party play
her
as well.
Stuff.
So yeah, she's very well aware of who he is. And yeah, the night's kind of it starts off quite high and it just keeps going and going and going. So the first thing that they do is the girls all get changed or whatever, and they get Cynthia to get changed into her little sexy attire, and then they all like introduce themselves. Their little stripper names or whatever. So
they came out with names and all the rest of it.
Yeah, so all of that, blah 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 blah. Then once Bolo is like, what's the word?
He was in
unveiled,
a transparent cage.
They unveil him. All the girls got so excited, like all these women just got so excited, and I was just like, oh. First of all, I was cringing.
I was watching with my eyes closed. It was too like Kenya,
this woman. This woman.
She's an undercover freak. That's what she really is.
She ain't even undercover like that. She is
though, because she likes to act like everyone else is doing all of this. Yeah. And then when it's time to have a drink, out of nowhere. But the thing is, it's like there's levels to it. Like you have your drink and you start to show the tipsy side, but she's not that. She's straight from
just
0
to 100.
to legs open and closing.
Did you see her on the floor?
Yeah.
Rolling around.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, girl.
You know what it is? She really is trying to show everybody the goods. Because one thing about Kenya is that she always loved to talk about her body and how great it is and all this other stuff. So I kind of felt like that was her moment to show everyone, like, this is what I'm working with when I'm wearing this sort of clothes. Yeah.
No, she's the stallion. Sorry,
Stallion
that's Phaedra. Sorry, Faye. So yeah, Kenya is the stallion. Do we find Bolo attractive?
No, that type of like super...
that type of muscly, oily, that made me cringe so hard. And I always say this, I'm saying it again to you lot and to any of my friends listening. For when I do ever, get engaged and have this bachelor, do not bring those strippers around, because that is not my steez. I would sit there and I would I felt myself coming out of my body watching him. That sort of stuff is just not sexy to me.
I was getting like PTSD from, do you remember Ridiculous? I think it was season 1 or season 2. Do you not remember Ridiculous?
I remember Ridiculous, but I don't remember. Unless I'm talking about something else.
Do you not remember the stripper called Ridiculous?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the program where they do pranks on MTV.
Oh no. It was taking me back to there. And the things that it was
Phaedra was like wow.
Oh no, I love that stuff. Don't give me joke. The whole night to me was hilarious, and Bolo, he came to do his job and he did it.
And more.
Oh yeah. Well, let's just wait.
Let's just go there. Let's just go there. That's because the whole thing was very entertaining. If you haven't watched it. It's a good episode. But the real tea that they've been building this up before this show even came back on air for months last year. So-and-so slept with a stripper. Who slept with a stripper? Somebody slept with a stripper. So I've been waiting to find out what actually happened. Come to find out. So after the whole night is over, the girls are in the living room, they want to carry on partying, but they want all the cameras to go. So the crew leaves, the Real Housewives camera crew, they leave. And they turn all the CCTV cameras in the house the wrong way, and they cover them up, and they do all they need to do to conceal what is about to go down. Right? And we've got a couple of girls that are still downstairs. So Kenya was there for a period, and then she left. Cynthia was there for a period of time, she left. I think it was like Marlo and Candy who were the only ones that really weren't down there. Everyone else kind of came.
Candy was still there for a bit because she said she watched.
Candy watched the whole night.
Okay, Candy was like in and out or whatever. But yeah, we saw Portia and LaToya was all kissing up on the sofa. That was only like a glimpse of stuff that we did see. Like they showed like little shadows and stuff, so it looked like people like twerking and I don't know.
Drew was bent over a table getting shemang. We don't know.
I don't want to speculate.
Anything. We don't know if there was any clothing included in shemang or not.
I hope so, because the way Drew likes to talk about her husband, and did you hear Drew made a very shady comment about Kenya when she was on that floor? No, not Kenya, sorry. No, yeah, it was Kenya. She was like, if she was doing this for her husband, then maybe her husband would still be around.
Drew always deflects. No, Drew deflects, because
she's not focused on her own issues.
In her confessional, she consistently brings it back to marriage. However, we're all very much aware of the state of her marriage just from TV. We don't need to do anything. We can see it, sis.
And she's always talking about other people. But anyway, at the end of the night, Kenya says that she goes to the kitchen.
Yeah.
To get something to drink. She's being fast. She didn't go out there to get nothing to drink. She went out there to be nosy.
Yeah.
And then she heard some noises coming from the end of the corridor, from the spare room, which was located next to Portia's
Candy
room.
And Portia's,
So the next morning now, here comes Kenya. Chatty patty. All of these things. I heard noises. Who was in this? I'm investigating. I'm doing all of these stuff, asking the girls questions about who was in the room and what she heard, and did anyone else hear anything? And she's like, Candy, you must have heard something. Candy was like, leave me out of it. Like, I'm not involved. And you could tell by certain people's reaction to the investigating and the questions that they must have known more than they were letting on.
Yeah,
but we still don't have a concrete answer of like who was in there and who wasn't. So we know like Bolo left at like 7 a.m. or something like that.
So can we do predictions CCTV. Then? Let's do predictions.
Yeah, who do we think was actually in this room? Portia was definitely in there.
Now, Portia already made it clear that she's in the room because let's bring it back. Before all cameras and stuff cut off, she distinctly said somebody's eating this peach. What was her name? Peach juice. Someone's getting the peach juice tonight or whatever it is. She says, I don't care who, somebody's going to eat this peach tonight. So she knew she was on turn.
Yeah. So we know it's Portia.
We know Portia's in there.
Bolo, because obviously he's he's clearly another one.
Yeah.
Right.
LaToya was in there. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yes. So
I think LaToya was in there as well.
LaToya? Yeah, I think it was LaToya, even though she allegedly was on live.
Yeah, allegedly.
But that could have been.
She had her receipts. Because why would you go on live at 6 a.m? She did that on purpose.
She had it ready.
She could have some receipts. But anyway, LaToya thinks she slipped, but LaToya was in there.
I think it definitely. Portia.
Tanya was in there, sis. Tanya was in there. Tanya was in there. Tanya was in there.
No, Tanya messed up.
Guilt.
No, Tanya messed up. And I know she messed up because it was the way Portia was like all over her saying, I've got your back. I've always got your back. You ain't got to worry.
Tanya was stressed.
Yeah.
Tanya was like, okay, all the cameras are off. I'm going to do me. But she didn't. I don't think Tanya thought this conversation was going to come up the next day. Yeah. And the way it came up, the way she got so defensive about it, made me think, she was in there.
Oh, Tanya
definitely in there.
Got busy.
Allegedly, this was Tanya's last episode, and they couldn't contact her after that.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I seen that Tanya stopped filming with them.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Very interesting. Do we think Shamia was in there? Because Shamia looks like the
Shamia
type
was
to be
in there.
I don't think she was, but she looks like the type to be in there. Like Shamia's just the,
saying half the
she's down for whatever.
No, Shamia was in there, but I don't think she went in the room with Bolo. Are we talking just about Bolo, or talking about?
We're talking about in the room with Bolo.
Yeah.
She might have peeked and have a little peep.
So we've got Portia, LaToya, Tanya, Bolo, Shamia in and out.
No. Shamia is just she's just a watcher, when you have the little
watching
hole.
The door. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Shamia's the lookout. Who else have we not discussed? We know Cynthia wasn't in there. We know Candy wasn't in there.
Yeah.
We know Kenya wasn't in there.
Yeah.
She felt left out, which is obviously why she's doing all of this.
Marlo wasn't.
Marlo wasn't in there, and then we've got Drew. Drew wasn't in there. They wouldn't have allowed Drew to come in. They don't like her like that. Trust me, nah. To do something like this around the newbie.
It's not about like it. Yeah, it's about the fact that I feel like Drew participated in certain activities outside of the room, and that makes me think depending on what you did outside of the room means you could be entered inside of the room. And the only reason I say that is because if she truly messed up, everyone knows you can hold it over her head, and therefore if you're in the room, what can you really say, honey? Because I can say what you did. So for that reason, I thought, I don't know if Drew would participate or not, but she kept on giving me vibes like she'd been waiting for this moment. She kept on giving me vibes like she just needs to let go, and that was her free.
Honestly. But yeah, I don't think she was in there, but if she was in there, I mean, hey, enjoy yourself. But yeah, do we think Kenya being the chatty patty and bringing this to the light and doing all this investigation, do we think that because when Tanya was getting very defensive, right, her thing was just why are we talking about this while everyone's recording, like why is this on the episode kind of thing? So do you think Kenya broke any sort of girl code with any of these people?
I think Kenya was being Kenya. Like, why are we surprised?
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. What are we expecting? Because it's a tricky one, because everyone knows something happened, and they had the silhouette footage that somehow they was able to decode someone's silhouette and encrypt it. The producers are so shady. Anyway, so we know something happened, and at the end, all I'm looking at from this perspective is a TV show, and Kenya always gives us the entertainment and the details. So that's what she's here for. I can see what you're saying, like the girl code and everything, but I'm looking at it
I
as
personally
a TV
don't think
show.
she did.
Do you know what I mean?
But I'm just asking because of the way I personally feel. First of all, Kenya's not your friend. She's not your friend, so she's not really breaking girl code because she's not your friend. But she was being very much chatty patty. But I feel like also it was like FOMO, like fear of missing out. Like she was not invited into this part of the thing, and I feel like she has that in her. Like why? Well, deep down, she wanted to be there. She wanted to be involved.
That's why she
wasn't.
Walking downstairs.
I think it's actually more so of Kenya's character. I don't think it's FOMO. I genuinely believe that Kenya's the type of person who holds grudges from things in the past. Now, Tanya is the person who brought some drama up about Kenya with the wig. So for me, I find it like she's thinking, here's my time to get my back. I can start poking because Tanya's upset. And it's funny. It's funny to her. She's like, ha ha ha, I got you back. I got you where I want you. Sort of attitude. And she can get a lot of people in trouble at once who have irritated her. She could get Portia. She can get Tanya. And these are people who've done things in the past that's upset her. And we know she likes to poke. Just out of nosiness.
I wouldn't put that past her. I think the only person, though, that it would be getting would be Tanya. Because you can't really get Portia because I don't think Portia cares.
No.
Oh, Portia don't care.
The only person who's getting is Tanya because we saw that with her reaction.
Well, clearly, actually.
Tanya gave it away, man. So, like, she couldn't even act calm. She couldn't even act like, what? What happened? Who said that?
That makes me, you know what? That makes me think that Kenya actually knows more than what she's pretending to because...
Kenya
don't know more. This is all Kenya knows.
Yeah, I don't think she would hold back if she knew more.
She can't hold water. This is all she knows.
Because then why would you be worried? It's like, why would you be worried then, you know? Like, I'm talking about
just the thought. Remember this happened like early in the morning in the room. So they weren't even in the living room anymore. So they're in the room. So I feel like Tanya thought, genuinely, this is not going on TV. All they're going to know is that we were in the living room and maybe whatever. But having sex with the stripper, I don't think Tanya thought that was going to get brought up at all. I remember Tanya's married, quotation marks, even though she's not married. So I don't think she wants to rock that boat either.
But anyway. If you got invited to the dungeon by Candy, who's going?
What's the dungeon? To the party?
Yeah, a similar party. A party by Candy. We all know what a party Probably by Candy looks like. Would you go?
Probably not. The only way I would go is out of curiosity, but I'm not that curious because I know what it is, so no.
Oh, me, I'm going.
It's just not my thing.
I'm going to that type of party. To me, I swear, that house looked like it was the funniest thing. I swear I would have probably laughed and passed out and had to go in the hospital out of laughter. Because I know all the entertainment would have been in that room for me that night.
I thought they definitely had a good time, man. Drew definitely had a good time. They all couldn't wait for this moment.
I'm over Drew, but we'll move on.
Yeah, I am over Drew as well.
I don't know.
So yeah, next week's episode, we'll be on the lookout for that. Moving on to Netflix, my best friend for the last few months. Behind Her Eyes. Everyone has been talking about Behind Her Eyes this last week. Literally everyone, young, old, everyone. We've all watched. Yeah. Everyone.
No, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Danielle, I want you to tell us what Behind Her Eyes is all about, in your own words.
Everything is always in my own words. So, Behind Her Eyes, it's about a single mother. Her name is Louise, played by Simona Brown. And she just seems like she's really bored with life and making good decisions. So therefore, she goes to a bar. And it was actually to meet up with a friend. Anyway, the friend didn't show up. So unintentionally, she shared a little romance with a married man. It was a kiss. And then she later found out that he is her boss. And also he has a wife. And that... helped her to understand that she should go and have sex with him and then be besties with the wife. That's what happened. So it's a very sinister love story, and it premiered on Netflix. There you go.
Thank you for that. In my eyes, the moral of this whole thing was just
mind
your business, life would actually be okay.
Behind your eyes is
so many
no common
times.
sense.
It's
That's
so many
what it
times
is.
when this woman could have just minded her business. She had so many up until the very last moment of her
honestly.
life. She could have minded her business, turn around.
Honestly,
But she just did all these things.
I despise
It's crazy.
Louise. From the start, I despised her. All her crying scenes, I couldn't empathize. I was sitting there like, well, what did you expect?
You put yourself, and the thing is as well, right? So initially when she, met the guy at the bar and they kissed, and he said, oh, I can't do this or whatever. He didn't tell her why, but whatever. Yeah. And then she goes and she finds out he's her boss. Okay, cool. Then she finds out that he's married. Mm-hmm. So now you are fully informed on Wagwan. You've then decided, I'm still going to go ahead.
That's what I'm saying.
And have this relationship with him. Like,
she only had a kiss with him. Yeah, like, it's not like she was seeing him for months and months. Even if she was, obviously that doesn't excuse it. But she literally shared a kiss with him. They had a quick chat. Mm-hmm. Why was she feeling like, oh, I just can't help myself? I'm so confused.
Like I said, she was bored with making good decisions in life and decided this is the time when I ship my son off to France.
I'm gonna brock out.
That's exactly what went through her head.
To brock out.
What? Look what it cost you. Your life.
Your whole. Can we just talk about this ending? Because
yeah.
What? What? Listen. First of all, why did she? How did she fall asleep? Right, her blood pressure is through the roof. First of all, you're falling asleep in 1, 2, 3. There's no way. She's laying outside of a building that's about to explode, and she's falling asleep. And what was the?
I thought, why before she went over to the house, she had called the ambulance.
She did,
didn't she?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what took them so long, and why did she feel like she had to bust down the door if they was already on the way? Like, why couldn't you just wait?
There was no other reason.
You already called them. They're already coming. But you just felt the need that you had to go upstairs and do whatever you did in that.
What was she trying to do? Because she couldn't physically do anything.
She couldn't physically do anything.
She was trying to look inside. She was trying to do the little mind tactic outside the house. That's why she did the whole hand signal stuff. So
but that was never going to save her.
Visually into the house and have a look. That's all she wanted to do, was to go inside and have a look at, basically
at the person dying.
Yeah, have a look at what's going on.
Oh, girl. Well, it costed her life. It was very good, though.
I thought it was a very good plot.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen theories about, I don't know if anyone's noticed the pigeon, but there's a theory that the pigeon is original Adele. Don't ask me how.
Gosh.
But do you remember, like, the pigeon appeared 3 times, and then on the end,
it ended on the pigeon, didn't it?
And it had a light on it. Mm. Yeah. So.
Oh, I didn't see that. I knew that it was him that was going into the bodies, though, because of the colour. Yeah, because if you know when him and Adele were laying on the bed when she first did it with him, her light was purple and his light was blue. So when Louise got into the room, I saw a blue light. So I said, oh, he's here as well. Like, what? And then that's when I realised, see what's going on.
I thought he's still alive. I knew he was alive in a spirit.
I thought Adele was using Louise just so that she could have her best friend come back and he could take her body. Mm-hmm. And then he could just, them two could just be
besties
living as besties together. But clearly that's not what happened. But yeah, if you haven't watched Behind Her Eyes, check it out on Netflix.
Sorry for the spoilers.
Yeah, sorry. Should have said that first. Spoiler alert. But if you're listening to the podcast, then I'm sorry. It's expected. But yeah. Any more thoughts on that, or are we good to move on?
No, I think it was brilliant. I think this was a British series, I believe. And I'll say definitely repping. It's definitely repping.
Yeah, I'm excited for the next season.
Oh, is there another season?
The way it ended, I would assume there's something's going to come of it. I hope so. I don't think there's been any confirmation. But
they've left it open, so it could be. So yeah, hopefully Netflix looks at the success of it and picks it up again. Okay. So, moving on then to the current events, timeline stuff, social media, straight from the TL. First thing we've got up on our list is Chloe, is her last name Ferry? Chloe Ferry? From Geordie Shore. So, there was a picture that was posted on like UK gossip sites or UK, Instagram pages, and it was her and who's the guy? Sorry, I don't know who he is.
Oh, don't be asking me this. But
I thought you knew them.
I know who he is. So he's from Celebs Gone Dating, the mansion, and he owns a bunch of clubs. He's a club owner in, I think, Wayne
Linker.
That's it.
So he's 57, Chloe's 25, BTW. And apparently this picture was like her with an engagement ring on. And, she said yes. So that was the story, that they had got engaged. But I've since seen, like, Daily Mail have posted that the engagement was a wind-up. That Chloe said it was a wind-up. So I don't know how legit this thing is, but... And I don't know the backstory of these two people either, so I don't know what this really means.
I don't know if they've been hanging out or not at all, but one thing I do know is when they were in the house together, they weren't looking at each other in a romantic way. They were both the celebs, and then everyone coming to date them. And they didn't have any relations between them. They were just friends, so...
Well, either way, the only thing I found interesting about it was the age difference. And I just feel like, do we think that there is... you can't really say there should be because everyone's an adult. But, like, do you guys have any, like, age limits when it comes to dating? Like, how different is it? 30, 32 years? Would that be too much for you guys?
If he's double my age, you should know.
It's not for me.
I'm just asking the questions.
I think if they're old enough to be your parents, I think it's just not for me personally.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Not for me. Not double my age.
And why is it always the guy being the older, and then you've got this young? I've seen it the other way, maybe like once or twice in life, but I always see it like it's this man and then this young girl.
Yeah, they never want someone their own age.
In this scenario, he's used to women around that age, and that's very clear through Celebs Gone Dating. That's the women he went after in the first place, and he's a club owner, so these are the women that come into his clubs and who he hangs around. So he has given that reason for it. He connects with these women easier. This is who he hangs around anyway. So for him, I get it. Chloe didn't show any interest in older men though, so...
Do you think it's also like a mental age thing? So maybe he's not...
So you're telling me he's 32 years underdeveloped?
No.
What?
It's like that's who he relates to.
I'm just saying.
It's the culture. It's the culture he relates to.
Yeah, as you said, like
I get that.
He's a bar and club owner, and he's in that kind of environment. He's not with the mindset of women who are his age and potentially are not in that scene, and but.
It's a no for me, and it's a no from you guys by the sound of it, but do your thing if that's what you're into. And everyone's an adult, so do what you want.
Yep.
Krept and Sasha broke up. Do you know, this is so funny, right? So apparently, according to them anyway, because they put out a statement that they've been broken up now for quite a while, and they've just been friends now for quite a while, so even before, like...
Can you define... Do you know what quite a while is?
This is the thing. I don't know what quite a while is. However, I know it was before... I feel like he said it was last year, actually.
Yeah, I
said
think
months.
Okay, let me do some searching.
Yeah, because I remember when they said it, I was like, hang on a second. Wasn't it just a few weeks ago you was doing these snaps of this, like... for Valentine's Day, and you were like out in this, like, it looked like a hotel room or something. There was rose petals everywhere. Like, it was very romantic. It's very giving couple vibes. But you guys are just friends, and you have been friends for months.
I think maybe he's just saying it to the public just to shut them up, like, we're good, it's been time, leave us alone.
I get that. I mean, it's your business, it's your prerogative. I'm not one of those people. You know, some people have literally replied like, "Oh my gosh, I don't believe in love anymore."
Yeah.
Like because of Krept and Sasha breaking up. Like, what? I don't put weight in celebrity relationships, but I just found it funny. Like, if this was my ex, right? I'd be celebrating Valentine's Day like that. Like, we're going out with rose petals, and it's very romantic. Like, recent ex as well. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know their living situation. So with that in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, if you two are still living together and whatever else, perhaps it's finished to the public, but it could be very much grey liney. So that could have been a grey line day to the yes couple side, as opposed to grey liney, no, we're definitely on the no side. It could also be that maturity level of just being able to appreciate the mother of your child.
Yeah, well, that's a given.
Yeah, with the child involved as well, that's going to definitely slow
I'm not saying
down
don't celebrate. I mean, I feel like with the mother of your child as well, like, I feel like you should do something anyway. But I don't know if it'll be that level of romance for me.
You never know. All I know is that I swear I could have called it but not called it at the same time. What I mean by that is I don't watch them like that to know what their relationship is like. But Sasha has been posting quite a few opinions on relationships and what a man should do and what a man should be. A lot. And I don't follow her, but I follow, of course, the blogs like the Shade Borough. And I've seen it a few times where they post her up and they're like, what's your thoughts on what Sasha said? Sasha dropping gems. And I used to think to myself, hold on a second. There's a lot going on about relationships and what man should be doing and this, that, and the other. So when this news broke, aka when you told me before we start recording this, I was like, hold on a darn minute second, because that wasn't it before. So
yeah, interesting stuff.
It is, but good luck to them both.
Yeah, they seem like they know what they're doing and it works for them. So
they both look smart. So
yeah, I mean, everyone else just relax. Stop putting so much of your interest in other people's relationships, especially people you don't know, and just, live. Before we wrap it up,
Bobby Schmurder, hello.
Yes, Bobby Schmurder is out of jail. So hey for all those invested.
All I'm saying is he gained a lot more than sunlight these days, okay, honey? He's been eating greens, cabbage, and all types of proteins.
Potatoes, tomatoes, ham,
all of it. What prison he went to? Because they feed people up in there. It's either that or they give them some weights. When he
came out, his mum cooked oxtail for his first meal home.
That did not give him the muscles. That did not give him muscles. Come on.
No, I mean, as in he's going to carry on eating very good if that's what he's come out as his first meal. He's not going on a diet anytime soon. Well,
all I can say is, happy that he's out. I'm looking forward to the music. I think his vibe to what he had before and now come out, I think this is a perfect time
for him to come out as well, because now it's like we're coming out of jail as well, because we're coming out of lockdown sometime soon. So now everyone's going to be free. I think the vibe is right. I think if he drops the perfect song,
he better come out this summer.
Summer tunes, it will bang. I remember when Bobby Schmurder first came out, and I just remember that dance and that song.
And if he does the fitness routine, I'm doing it too.
Well, there you go. So yeah, welcome home. I've never in my life said that. Free Bobby, I've never said those words ever. Welcome home, But yeah. What else has happened? So, Up Challenge. Has everyone seen the...
It's so amazing. I never took notice of it, really, or the song, until I start seeing, Amazon breaking it down. Oh my gosh, that was fantastic.
Amazon started it, and then all these other courier places have jumped on it as well. So we've got, also the ambulance as well, which is another one. So Amazon,
who you got?
Ambulance, DHL, FedEx, UPS, they've all done the Up Challenge, and it's on the Shade Room if you want easy access to find these videos. I want to know, or we want to know, who do you think had the best version? I'm going to say Amazon.
All day.
I thought the Amazon guy killed it. I think UPS was the worst. Sorry, not to be,
Wow.
Shady. But they didn't even do it properly. She didn't even do it. Yeah, she just did it just to be on it. Like, oh, we just need somebody that works at UPS.
That's not they drag someone.
You in the back.
No. You get extra lunch. You get extra breaks.
I don't even know it. It doesn't matter. Come on. Just dance. That's what it looked like. 5, 6, 7, 8. But yeah, Amazon definitely did it.
No, Amazon.
That sounds so shady.
That wasn't on point.
Oh yeah, and in terms of UK specific, Bojo gassed everyone up within this last week, and let everybody know about June 21st. We aim by June 21st that there'll be no restrictions on everything.
What the hell you were talking about? I was like,
I thought you were a rapper.
Do you know who Bojo is?
Not when you say it like that. No,
I know.
What the heck? Okay, well, for you guys that are not down with the kids, that's Boris Johnson. So Boris Johnson, let everyone know, this week gassed everyone up with this whole June 21st thing, and I have not been able to escape it. All over my Twitter, all over my Instagram, everybody. Me in Shoreditch on June 21st. Me on the tube on June 21st. My first drink. So yeah, what's everyone excited to do once this whole thing, God willing, actually is eased in terms of restrictions on everything?
Leave this country.
What's the first thing you're doing? Oh,
leaving. I'm gone.
I'm gone.
That's the first thing. I will not be seen again.
That's the first thing.
That sounds
you
like a
see
show.
me
That's
here in July. I fumbled. I did something wrong.
Well, hopefully I'll be at Afro Nation, but I don't know.
When is that supposed to actually happen?
That's supposed to be in July, but I really don't have faith.
I mean, hopefully you get to,
Do you think?
But I don't know.
No, I
don't think it will, but I don't want to put the negativity out there.
I don't think so too. However, they did put a statement out basically indicating that they think it can still go forward, but I think I saw that
actually on Shadeborough or somewhere. They had a screenshot of the Afro Nation people. They tweeted out like, Portugal's got the lowest whatever.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, but that's not how it works, sir. Does Portugal want us to come in? When you go, can you come back and stay home, or do you have to quarantine? Or it's so many things.
Oh, the red tape.
So yeah, but yeah, leave the country. I just want a good social event. Like, I want a good UK social, even like a barbecue or just something.
Vibes.
Just
I just want to be
2016 summer.
Anything before 2020. Just normal interactions. Just
do you know how people always talk about summer 16 like being like the best summer ever?
What was that?
I know,
girl. Summer 16 was the best.
Wait, what?
How do you guys not know this?
Wait.
Everyone always references
when I was
summer
21, that was the best year, but I can't think of what year.
Yeah, summer 16 was like, I remember that summer so specifically. Like, I remember everything about it. It was amazing. Like, Drake had just dropped One Dance, Controller. I was graduating uni. I was in London every week. That was the summer.
That was the best.
That summer was elite. So if 2021 could match summer 16 vibes,
it would.
It'd be amazing. Amazing. Yeah.
Wonder.
Anything else, guys, before we wrap it up for today?
Nah.
The enthusiasm, right? Someone wants to go, so we'll make it short and sweet. Thank you guys for listening to us waffle about stuff that we like. Hopefully you guys like it too. If you have any suggestions on anything that we should be watching, anything we should be listening to, talking about, then we will have our No Caller ID socials in the description. You can DM us, tweet us, whatever. So yeah, everyone, hopefully have a good week. May God be with you, and enjoy your life and be safe.
Bye.
Bye.